Hey everybody, today we are making teriyaki salmon, broccoli, and rice. So we're going to begin with our salmon. Make sure that you have some salmon that's defrosted, and then you're going to need some minced garlic like this one. You're going to need some tin foil, and your foil you're going to want to kind of cut up pieces that are big enough for your salmon. And what you're going to do is you're going to put a spoonful of the minced garlic right onto your salmon in the center, and that's what you're going to lay your salmon piece on. And you're going to lay it down, your skin down. And this is going to help keep it flavorful but also very moist. Next, you're going to put on some of this teriyaki sauce. This is teriyaki marinade, and this is the kind I got from Walmart, but you can use any kind that you have. And then you're going to just seal up your foil kind of into a packet, as you can see. And so you're just going to go down the assembly line and just continue on with minced garlic, salmon piece, and some teriyaki sauce, and then just fold it and put it on your cookie sheet. So in the meanwhile, if you have your oven, go ahead and set it at 350 and have it preheating there for you. So I'm making, I think I'm making 4 pieces. And so this is what we're going to be doing for dinner, and then an extra piece for lunch. This is a meal that we like to have during the week. Everybody seems to enjoy it, so it's pretty good. And making it in the foil like this, it really keeps it very moist. So this is my preferred way to make salmon. It's kind of a foolproof way to make it. So keep going down the assembly line, and you're going to make however much you need for your family. This recipe is pretty straightforward, so I don't have a real specific recipe in the description, but you can go check it out for a loose recipe that I've put in there for you. But you can just make this recipe to however many people you have in your family, just kind of following along the way I'm making it. So the real trick here, like I say, is to put the salmon right over that minced garlic, and it really keeps it very moist. We do have a glaze that we're eventually going to put on, and that's that P.F. Chang's teriyaki. Okay, so now we are over here. We are making our rice. I like to use a rice cooker. So I put 1 cup of rice, 2 cups of water, and I like to put a big heaping piece of butter in there. And that's how I like to do my rice. Okay, so now for the broccoli, we're going to use these frozen broccoli florets. And what I'm going to do is put them in the microwave for 3 minutes. But they are going to actually go into the oven and then eventually get a little bit more roasted, toasted, and have some teriyaki sauce on them. So I'll show you that as I do that. But now we're putting our salmon pieces into the oven, and so they're going in at 350 for about 20 minutes. Okay, so I was kind of debating whether to do broccoli or avocado, but I decided on broccoli. Alright, so now I have my salmon out of the oven, and I'm getting ready to glaze my salmon. So I'm glazing it with the P.F. Chang's teriyaki glaze, and then I am putting my broccoli pieces on my cookie sheet. So you're going to put those directly on your cookie sheet, and you're going to put these in with your salmon. And what I like to do is do this because it helps it kind of get that roasted flavor, and so it's a little bit more flavorful. And I also like to pour some of the teriyaki sauce and some honey on there. Makes it taste really yummy. So what I'm going to start off by doing is using my glaze. This glaze, I found this at Walmart. I think they have it at various stores. It's really good. I like to use it on chicken as well. So this is my preferred one. I used to use La Choy or some of the other ones, but this P.F. Chang one is now my favorite. So check them out. I'm having a little bit of trouble here trying to get this jar or this bottle open, but I'll get it open one way or another. There it goes. So I like to put it into a little bowl and use some honey as well, just to make it a little bit more of a glaze and a little sweeter. And then just a brush, your old grilling brush like this, and you're going to just put some over each piece. And I like to do it generously, so I kind of go over once, then go back over a second time, maybe even a third, and then I'll just pour the rest of the glaze over the different fillets. You could do this recipe with different kinds of fish. I always like to do this with salmon, but comment down below if you guys like to use a different kind of fish and what do you recommend. You can certainly make your own teriyaki glaze sauce. So there are recipes for that and stuff out there. If you have your own recipe, that would be a good thing to do as well. Just cutting a little bit of corners here and using this glaze that I really like. So just making sure it's on there well. And then like I say with my broccoli, I also like to put a little flavor on it. So I'll start with some honey. It really just gives it a little bit of sweetness, and if you guys have any kids, they'll definitely eat their broccoli with a little sweetness like this on it. And then we're going to put some teriyaki sauce on there as well. I really like how this tastes with the broccoli. It just is so yummy. So once you got all of that on there, this is all going to go back into the oven. So we're still at 350. And I would say to put this back in just enough time for the broccoli to roast a little bit and for the salmon glaze to get sticky on there. So anywhere from 5 to 7 minutes, and just check on it. You may need more or less depending on your oven and how things are going. So here is mine. I've taken mine out, and now what I'm doing is I'm sprinkling some sesame seeds on it. So I'm sprinkling up, trying to get it out of that little jar, but there it goes. Some sesame seeds, and so I'm putting it all over my broccoli and also on my salmon. And so I like to just have that on there. It gives it a little extra taste, a little extra flavor, and a little extra texture as well, but it's not necessary. It's just optional. You could garnish with green onions or different things if you like. All right, so here it is out of the oven. It's all done. Doesn't that look so delicious? That's what's for dinner.